Welcome back to the PGL Europe Minor Championships 2017, part of the very long road that leads to the Krakow Major in 2017. It'll be in July. You'll be able to head over there and make sure you support your favourite team, if they make it, of course. And one of those favourite teams was on the verge of going home early, but they are surviving, holding on by the skin of their teeth. It is Envy, of course, who now go head-to-head with Ballistix for a place in the semi-final of the upper bracket to make the last 4. Remember, 3 spots up for grabs in the offline finals, and that's the last qualifier before the major itself. It's been a long road for some of these teams. We've been rejoined by Harry on the desk alongside Thorin once more. Let's start off with Ballistix and talk about them in the sense of what they could do here, because they are just one best of 3 away from a semi-final spot.
Yeah, I think so far they've actually surprised quite a lot of us. I know on the desk, certainly we weren't expecting them to be doing as well as what they have. And I think coming into this, it's all EnVyUs' kind of game to lose, right? The Ballistix kind of have that advantage of no one really necessarily saying that they should be the ones to win this. I think almost everyone would kind of unanimously agree that on paper, Envy should be the one to take it. And going into it with kind of that lack of pressure on you and it being your game to win can sometimes help things go your way. And based on what we've seen so far, I definitely think that they could try and throw a spanner in the works, because we saw that Kinguin almost did it then. Envy took them all the way to 3 maps, and now Fnatic Academy kind of poised at a team that I think at least have been performing better than Kinguin. Now looking to try and move past them. And yeah, I said Fnatic Academy, I mean Ballistix.
Pound in the jar.
Yeah.
Pound in the jar.
Go.
Duncan, I don't want to get too carried away with this whole underdog story, because we talk about underdogs all the time, saying, hey, they should come back through. But they have shown glimpses, Ballistix, in the matches that we've seen so far, that they're capable of beating Envy.
Yeah, especially because EnVyUs has looked rocky on the T side themselves against all levels of opponent in this tournament so far. And actually, the one consistent that we've seen from Ballistix is the CT side has been pretty good. Even Big, who you'd think of as a tactical team, they didn't have a whole lot of answers. EnVyUs, more of a loose style team, they also had trouble there. So I feel like that is something you can probably expect in this game. So it's definitely an answer that you've got to get from the EnVyUs guys on that side of the equation. The problem was, the reason why Ballistix isn't already through is, yeah, they had the good CT side, but they didn't have a whole lot themselves on the T side. That's why all the games were close. All of them were backwards and forwards. And so as much as they can go, we straight up won the game against EnVyUs, it's like, well, yeah, but then you have to take the losses in the same sense, That's why you lost to Big. So I feel like you come into the best of 3 now, you're probably not going to get away with one map like that. You're going to have to outright outplay the other team. That's probably going to require having a good T side.
All right, well, let's take a look at the map veto, which is ready, and see which maps we will be playing in this best of 3. Ballistix going to push out Train.
Yeah.
Mirage gone from Envy, which is pretty predictable, I guess.
Do you want to know how impressive this is? So, who knows how they've managed to do this, EnVyUs? But they've managed to end up in a scenario where, okay, EnVyUs was good on Inferno at EPS in Dallas. This is the map that they crushed SK Gaming on. Admittedly, a bit of an overperformance from RPK. You don't know how much the Brazilians playing badly tied into that. But that's not a terrible map for the guys from Ballistix. That's kind of in the middle for them, so they're going to feel their chances. Obviously, they've had to let the Ballistix guy take cash again, which we saw before. EnVyUs didn't do too well on it. It's a very good map for Ballistix. So straight out the gate, Ballistix is feeling the first 2. And then the third one is Cobblestone. And that on paper actually is the best map for Ballistix. Now, yes, it's also one of the best maps for EnVyUs. But at the moment, EnVyUs is in a scenario where the maps suggest they might even outright lose the first map, the one they already lost initially. They're going to not have a guaranteed win on their own map, and then go into the third one, both teams are good on it. So actually, if you're Ballistix, how could this go better, They weren't going to ever give you Mirage, for example. So it's about the best case scenario for Ballistix, and you've really given them a little bit of a chance. You kind of opened the door, but they have to ram it open, but you've opened the door a little bit for them.
By the same token, Harry, you could say that with Envy being so inconsistent, this is also a good map pool for them, because they could win any of these or lose any of these.
Yeah, but I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily say that that's the most amazing thing to take away from this. I do think that in terms of a veto process, this is probably one of the worst that Envy could hope really did come out, especially if we do see it get onto Cobble. If we see it go 3 maps, which in all honesty is fairly likely.
Sure.
I just wanted to check it. Sorry, the bit at the bottom of the screen with EGB just kind of caught me out, because Envy are massive underdogs now.
Yeah.
The thing is, what confused me the most about that is, this is something we were talking about in the green room. It's like, when EnVyUs is one of the best teams in the world, when you are so exceptionally good on your maps, yeah, you can have a 100% perma, and you can say, I never played this map. So here, traditionally, it was Mirage, as you saw another ban from here. You say, we don't play Mirage because you know what? Even if you're really good on this map over here, I might be even better than you. So you know what? You pick that for your map. We'll beat you on that one. We'll definitely beat you on our map. That's the formula to win 2-0s. And then if I have to, play a third map. You know, I'm never worrying about getting 2-0'd. When you've dropped down to this level, and you're not god on any of these maps, you've got to, if you're the better team, push your advantage. So when you play, for example, against this Fnatic Academy Ballistix team now, what you need to do actually is say, you know, this is a team that doesn't want to play Overpass. They barely even played that online. If they're going to pick that, that's your choice. You know, you're wasting your pick on a map that you're not that good on. Let them pick that if they want to. If they don't, now we've gained an extra ban. That ban goes on cash. Now we've got that. You see what I mean? That's how you shift the veto. So this is actually almost like, it's almost like the guys from EnVyUs are playing with the more overly conservative, a little bit scared almost mindset, you know, where they've kind of given up some strengths to the underdog that I don't feel needed to be there, because one of the things we outlined about the Ballistix team is they don't particularly have a deep map pool, you know. You've got to kind of go out of your way like this to give them 3 maps that they could win on.
I'm hearing that Happy's not particularly happy about this particular map pool that they've ended
I mean,
up
you have
with.
to wonder about that. You are the in-game leader. There's a certain point in time where you can kind of take over and say, you know what, maybe I could do these map picking and ban things. I mean, how do they do it? Magic 8 Ball?
Yeah.
What's going on there?
Yeah, I don't know. It's very bizarre. Let's bring in our commentary team for the final match of the day, and the Lovebirds have been reunited.
It's cash, is it?
It is.
How has that happened then?
I don't know.
Of all the maps you don't want to play, surely that's
Wasn't
the one
this
you
one,
get to
was it?
stay away from, right?
Yeah, I mean, happy and not happy, apparently.
No, he's not. I called him outside. And like,
Yeah.
I didn't know the map pool before, and he just goes, look, I'm not going to say anything, but
Okay.
this map pool.
Did he
is good."
cash you
He goes-
outside?
He did, actually, yeah.
I was going to make that joke, but again, it seemed obvious.
Well,
And
yeah.
once again, you stepped up. So keep going with the obvious stuff, Thorin.
Okay,
Ooh,
well,
here we go.
good
Rivalry
contribution.
begins.
Wow, I
Matt
feel
declares war.
I feel like we're being attacked here somehow.
don't know,
What are we, Envy fans or something? Like, leave us alone. Enjoy it, gents. Bring us your fine commentary on this first game of the
We'll
last match of
try.
the night.
Give it a go.
Yeah, actually, I think I did so good with color last game that I'm going to do that this time, and you're going to do play-by-play.
Okay.
So we're going to have some fun.
Yeah.
Look, this veto, if you did want to cash him outside, going to cash again after this morning, like, brutal. How poor the execution was on the T side from EnVyUs.
Yeah.
Walking into the A site, no smokes toward quad, no one watching truck, everyone looking at highway, jumping across, hoping people are going to miss shots. Like, it was a whole lot of miscommunication and really lackluster
Well, he
play.
said in the post-game interview, like they keep having these really bad starts to tournaments, and this has got to be one of the worst, right? Losing to a team that no one even rated in this tournament whatsoever. It's a minor. Let's just remind ourselves of that. Like, EnVyUs running in the top 10 in the world right now, and dropping cash to a relatively unknown team. I'm not sure how much research he did. I'm going to assume not much into the kind of setup of Ballistix, but it looks like we're getting ready to jump into this one. I think we have one player that's crashed. Maybe not, so we can kind of theorize a little bit more. I have no idea how he's got the cash again. I don't really understand that. Maybe they know the errors that were made and they're happy to play it once again. Time will tell. But Ballistix with this kind of passive CT style map is really quite interesting. And EnVyUs don't seem to know how to break it down. Like, EnVyUs are getting mid control, sure, but they just don't know really what to do with it at that stage. They seem quite lost, and this could go the distance once again. I like that Inferno second, so if EnVyUs can sort out their act here, I do believe they'll take this 2-0. It was much better performance on Cobble, obviously 14-1, definitely snubbed that, but still at the same time, it was a very close game. It was like 16-10 in the end. And after getting a 41.5, that doesn't bode too well. But it looks all ready, and Happy's got the Deagle map. That's what we need. The in-game leader stepping up to the plate. We'll see what he can provide here. Desert Eagle, it's very powerful in cash. Normally get boosted up, or if you've got a good spawn, you go pick a straight up the middle. I'm sure he'll be boosted this
You get
time.
the armor? Yeah. No. So he's got it further down his own. So Ricky did this a lot last week.
Yeah, Scream, you should do it in the previous lineup, and G2, and Nico does it a lot as well, so Happy will be boosted. He's a good Deagle.
Typically, I think, though, Nico... Yeah, no, you're right. He used to dry run it. But
Yeah.
a lot of people get it dropped over and do the old Superman, as we like to call it.
Yeah, the Superman's like, it's more beneficial on the Tech 9. You have more running gun. Like, this was sort of one taps, right? You're doing it at such long range that the armor doesn't really make that much of a difference. But yeah, definitely beneficial.
In 1.6, it was very common that people would go Deagle armor.
Yeah.
Karos trying to shoot down with the USP toward the big garage at Scream that's underneath of the vent. No one's going to be able to boost him up, but he's just playing the angle so that if they try and challenge, he's already got control of the situation. They're getting much closer into B main as a result of this as well. But 2 in the backside of the site. 1 at headshot, which is golden. He's only got 15 HP being pushed back by the initial exchange.
Yeah.
Ooh, 15 doesn't matter if he's got shots like that. Down goes Scream, smokes to land, but he's gonna back out, found a return shot. But 10 now has gone inside of the site to really close off the deal by getting 2 kills on XMS and RPK, leaving the bomb on the ramp. And Happy's got to rotate all the way around after finding at least the shot on the Deagle that he was desiring to start the round. But he's got to fight. He's got the bomb to do so, but up on top of the girders. Is that right? Is that what you call them?
Yeah, the girders.
The scaffolding?
Yeah.
They're not really scaffolding. Girders is better.
Yeah, that was another disappointing round from EnVyUs once again. In terms of like the final coming to the site, it's good, but they lose that first frag, then it all seems to fall apart. They're going in kind of separated. Like they don't seem like they're swarming the site by themselves. And fair play to Golden, like he said, 15 HP, he gets himself in a perfect position. You get the headshot for a reason. They can only see your head rise, so the HP doesn't really come into a factor at that point. And he manages to get the first kill, sets his teammate up, Batten, and that's quite nice. And Ballistix once again starting off well here on Cash. He's going to be then with 2 rifles, 3 UMPs, of course the force buy from EnVyUs. Not even the AWP 6er will be going conservative this round. So it will be 1-0 for Ballistix, but a chance to bounce back. EnVyUs though with no nades. I'm not feeling too excited about this round, but we'll see whether Deagle can find anything to start. Happy once again boosted in middle. Hasn't fired a shot just yet, hoping to get an opportunity. There's some mid control coming in. There's not much CT presence, but Pleasant, he finds the first shot, takes down the AWP 6er.
Apparently it's Ba-10. You have to kind of carry the A's. Bahaha, like a sheep. Bahaha. I can't do that anymore. Baha. Oh, no, I can't. I can't throw my voice there. Golden's gonna try and get aggressive. Smoke's down on either side. He's gotta be a little bit careful. Thankfully, there's no one gonna push through the other smoke, but as it dissolves, there's XMS on cue. And that's still in position. Low HP that he may have. Still manages, just like in the last round, find the kill when they enter. Times his peak accordingly, and Pleasant takes down Happy.
Yeah, well, they inflict some decent damage there, but only getting 1 kill. Well, Force Fire did not find a bomb either, so that's 2 rounds on the bomb. Full eco, of course, and limited in that first gun round going forward as well. So about 2k per player. No AWP, certainly, for that first gun round. So once again, struggling, our EnVyUs. 2 kills for RPK so far, 1 for XMS, 1 for Happy. Scream and 6 of the players not really stepping up to the plate. But still, Ballistix now have a great chance to farm some cash and see if they can keep all 5 players alive. That'll be their objective. EnVyUs just getting 1 kill. That'll be about as good as it's going to get here. But towards B they go. Just try and trade out any sort of aggressive play from the CT side. They might just push for the smoke with a nade to the face of XMS. Means he might have to fall back. Doesn't even get the chance. Another nade comes in, takes him down. And a bit of damage through the smoke as well. Screen down to 80 and until it's pushed through. You might as well. It's quite nice to look at, but doesn't really amount to too much.
Listen, I like to get excited. That's my job.
I know. You do it so well.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate it.
Well, like we said, no AWP available for EnVyUs this time. It'll be our 4k per player. XMS has to go down to Galil and opt for a few more grenades. Here's the replay of Golden, like I said. At this one, they know the round's over. They're just going to run through. And they know the Famous there. That's probably the best person you could die to. That's not going to have a kill reward there, or kill bonus, I should say, of 600, just $300 on that one. So here we go. 4 AK-47s, 1 a Galil, and boosting up once again. I'm sure that's Happy. It's normally him that goes up. Actually, it looks like it's this time. But Happy, he's towards the squeaky door, drops off. And we have a full default here. We talked about the very passive playstyle of Ballistix. They didn't seem to go super aggressive at the start and try and flash in and try and find first picks. They're more than happy to test the crossfires, but this is more aggressive than we're used to. We'll see if Pleasant can maybe get a first pick. If he gets flashed over, maybe he has a chance to do something. My hay fever's killing me.
Hay fever?
Yeah, allergies.
Is that all it is? Thank God it's not anything worse, Henry. All the possibilities.
All of them.
Yeah, I mean, this direct rematch, you're right. We didn't see any of this aggression from Ballistix on their CT side in the last game they played. And I think they're aware that, I mean, Gobby talked about it as well. They played far more. Oh, look at that lag. That's perfect. But unfortunately, Sixers close by as well, and therefore can get the refrag. That'll open up some space on a trade toward A main, which is smoked off for now, but it buys time on 46 seconds. Gobby talked about it as well. They played more passive than they were expecting, and it actually cost them trying to find picks on the T side rather than going for execution, which was rather poor on their part as well, to be fair, even though they pulled back for the win, unlike EnVyUs was able to do. So Ballistix maybe trying to change it up for that reason, in that they've kind of done the same thing twice already today. Golden, the door opens, takes down Happy, swings wide, takes down XMS as well as he commits to try and go inside of the site. He forces him out further than he wanted to go. 1 HP. Sixer, yep, 1 HP.
Buzzer goes over, and JC Walkins, 2 easy frags for him. Once again, Ballistix, you watch the map, they're not having to work hard for these frags, right? That was sitting in the corner, one opens the door with a nade out, he goes down, they try to get the refrag, no flashes, no smokes down. Another free frag of the Famous, and they're loving this. Like, Ballistix, one player pushed in towards the A storage area. That was Plessing gets that first kill with the UMP, kind of discourages EnVyUs from what they were planning towards middle. Look how easy this is. Like, the refrag coming from Xmas, sure, but there's so many possibilities to where he can go down there. He's just got the information that one player's there. He's not really taking into account it could be someone a quad. MBK just runs out by himself, obviously trying to make something happen, and time's ticking away, but still, looked way too easy. And the CT side now up 4-0, and I was saying, okay, I was saying in agreement right now, oh, they'll bounce back. This is where EnVyUs now, they've got the ball rolling, they've broken the curse, and this is where we'll see them actually play some CS, but so far.
Pleasant, good position. Again, they put a smoke out on highway, no utility, no flashes. They walk into a crossfire, and Jay Walking's into the crossfire.
Gets a dink happy, but that's all he gets. No frag coming in. 5-0 now. Maximum loss bonus. I don't think the bomb's been planted. It has not. No pause coming in just yet, but AWP coming out for Karis.
Oh, I'm going to make a DDK statement.
Go on.
So Jay-Z's name is very cool because it's like Jay-Z the rapper, but it's also like Jay Walking.
Okay.
So you know how Dan does those like theory things where he just rants on, and it's like, where are you going with this, Dan? That's one of those moments.
Yeah, well.
I could have taken that further, but I like DDK.
Yeah,
so.
at least 3 points have to be made, I think.
Yeah, that's a good rule of thirds.
Yeah. But Karis, not usually associated with the orbit, only JZ Walkins. He's got the AK-47, maybe a decent spawn when it's go champion somewhere. He's actually just towards quad. Karis will be AWPing, and there's the first shot. Job done, full back. Easy once again, man. Where's the pressure? Where's the smoke at highway? Where's the Molotov? Something. Just gets an easy shot, falls back. Like, he should be punished for that.
Yeah. Yeah, this is looking scarcely similar from Envy.
This looks lackluster. Oh, getting the kill away. Let's just go towards B. They can rely on their aim, they can still recover in these situations, but that's just so unnecessary in my opinion.
This is the most unified they've looked over toward the B site in a while, and again they slow off. Let's see some smoke, boys. Let's get a flash in the site. Balton's got all day from headshot again, at this rate at least. There is no flashes, and there is... Oh, I take that back. There's 2 flashes. Sixer's got them. There's 2 smokes if you include his as well.
See ya.
Down. So there's what they're relying on is the aim. But yeah, you say they can. I don't think you can at this point, the way the day's gone on the T side. Golden's going to step up again. No utility thrown down. Bombs dropped in hell. RPK is able to swing out and get a shot. 2 flashes. The smoke at least is still in play, but look at how poorly it's thrown.
What? How's it got back?
That's ridiculous. I think he saw RPK and then got confused by Sixer jumping and then shot at RPK. I have to see that again. I'm not even sure what just happened. Sixer gets the bomb down nonetheless. I mean, flash himself in a post plant that really is unfavorable with 2 players already on the site. He's got to buy so much time and space. Both have kits. He does isolate themselves. He knows they're going to be up close, tries to pre-fire on, and Karis just hits a running up shot. Yeah. This is very impressive.
Yeah, let's see his POV if possible. That looks quite nice. 3 kills with Karis. Like we said, the first one, a bit too easy for him. Just scoped up towards middle, didn't get flashed, didn't get smoked off. Took that shot, no one could even fire back, falls back towards highway, funnels him towards B. Like you said, they can normally rely on someone like Scream to step up. He hits that first shot, a headshot, nails it. Comes down to the 1v1, and I thought Sixer had that one locked down, considering the last player had the AWP, but Karis steps up, surprises us all, and hits it. And oh, there's a replay. So here's Karis. This is the shot you wanted to see. So
yeah, it's slow-mo is good.
He definitely... Okay, so this
oh.
So the smoke kind of veils RPK to begin with. Then he comes out. I was wondering why he wasn't scoped when he was coming up to that angle. It was kind of strange. Maybe he was expecting a player to push right up towards him.
I don't think he saw RPK. He looked at Sixer jump across and then went, oh, wait, there he is. That's pretty good reaction time, especially when your muscle's like, it's not really muscle memory at that point, but it's like you've programmed your muscle to go with the guy jumping across, and then you have to kind of adapt, change. You know what I mean?
Wow, 6-0. EnVyUs now. Bomb gets planted that round, maximum loss bonus. They still can buy once again, no all from this T side. But that's absolutely fine. Sixer is a very good rifler traditionally. So we'll see what he can do here. Number 7. If I'm Ballistix this time, I'm mixing things up. I'm going for the first pick somewhere. Maybe a boost. That's perfect. I like that as well. Go for a boost on the A site. There's a bit of a pre-fire there. Need to be careful. This is a really nice adjustment now. So get a player up there. You haven't done it yet. Just do kind of throw a spanner in the works on the light as well. That's kind of cool. Gives you a different angle, a slightly more deep angle, I guess. But he falls back from that.
It's good if they open the door and you're on the light. Straight down, pretty easy to line up. No one seems to go for the run boost anymore.
Yeah, it makes noise. That's the problem.
It was also, the reason it was designed because it was less risk of getting sprayed down in the corner, but like you say, just put a smoke there.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's like, do you want to get up there 100% safe, or do you want to be 100% sneaky? I guess is the kind of decision you have to make.
Plus he wants to go. So sees the door. Now he's in a bit of a pickle because he's in between. We had to get pickle into a minor at some point, didn't we, Henry?
Yes.
He's in between the decision, and indecision costs him. It's of course that gets one back. Cars can't do much more than that though, and Sixer's going to easily scoop him up. And finally a bomb plant for Envy to work with in a sustainable situation, unlike last time where it was a 1 versus 2. It's Sixer that's still alive. Scream on 26. And he's going to play from quad, looking to jump for information, but the smoke was in his way. I don't think he would have seen Boston coming in from highway. Good position from Sixer. Can sit at the lockers longer. 10's making a ton of noise in the site. They've got money to work with, so we can afford to go for this, but Envy's going to pick it up. 6-1, reset in play. 3 players staying alive. Everyone's going to be fine for money in the next round.
Certainly are. Decent round for EnVyUs there. This time, give you 3 players alive, looking quite strong. Getting towards that A side once again, the boost didn't seem to deliver too much for Ballistix there. Lost the first frag. You could see they got spotted from the squeaky door. He had to try and commit towards A main. Taken down. They committed. That's more assertive stuff there from EnVyUs. Now they've got to try and break the bank up Ballistix. These rounds have been relatively close, so it's not that their money's really established on the CT side. They have about 4k on Karis and 2k on Golden. So this will be the round that breaks them. So EnVyUs probably aware that these close rounds have got them quite close to the breaking point. First kill coming from Golden. They're taking out Scream. That was towards B, so that's always a problematic kill. That T player should be anchoring towards that side of the map, not going down to HEs. I'm wondering whether he got given the orb. He didn't. Maybe AK. Must have got legged, then maybe naded down after that. I'm not 100% sure, but still not a great start. Towards middle we go. Karis flashed, and he gets back up there.
Karis is going to get aggressive. Sees him still. The shadow fades away. Instant reload to his demise. His detriment as he goes down. Plussen's there to at least trade back. They've still got control of the situation. Again, this is a reset potential round for Team EnVyUs. They've got to try and get a bomb plant to salvage that because winning the round is looking unlikely. They only managed to get a single trade out of it. And AK grabbed, so they'll carry that over. It's 7-1 Ballistix. It's not looking any better than when they played on Cash this morning.
Yeah, you're right. It's more of the same, isn't it? Quite slow, uninspired play, losing that first pick. And this is, like I was saying earlier, if you had G2 tournaments tournament, right, they'd be ruthless. They'd just be running around the map, blowing everyone's head off, and like dropping the basic smokes. We haven't even seen the basics come out. Like we saw those mid takes coming from EnVyUs. Like the CT players don't really seem pressured. Normally, like, we call it the flip side smoke, smoke connector, the white box. You're flashing over, molotoving. Then you're just eradicating risk, and allowing your star players get some space and hit the headshots. Right now, we're seeing a lack of the smokes and not really much in terms of brutal aim, as the players just don't get a chance of getting naded to hell before they even really get a chance to find position. 4 players towards door this time, make it 3. 6 are unhappy at A main. They've got pistols, but there's a missed shot. Jay-Z Walkers could go down here, and he will indeed. 2 kills coming in, make it 3. This is actually looking very good now. This is actually almost guaranteed to be around.
That's more the aggression and pace that you want to see from them.
Just choosing an area, find that first pick, fully commit, get in, overwhelm the CTs. I think they saved these weapons, the money's low on the CT side. Yeah, so you seem to be exploring the idea.
Sixer just got a stacked Molotov for 2 ticks and went to 18. That's how lethal a stacked Molotov is. Stays alive long enough, though, and gets both of the closing shots. Scream is tagged up, so they find a second one with style and pace through the squeaky door. As soon as that flashbang was brought out, the desperate play, or was it Karis behind the box? Who was it that went down? Botson? Maybe, I can't remember. I think it was Karis.
Yeah.
So that opened up everything. That just happened far too quickly for them to be able to respond. Maybe Envy needs more of the same with guns this time.
When we get the AWP out.
Got M4s carried over, 3 of them.
Yeah, that's a very decent round for them. Means they'll be quite established going forward, but not so much for the CTs. They have to go for this first pick now. Karis has to push through this B smoke, as you can see. This is a very common smoke we're seeing these days. Like Cold Zero uses this a lot. You bounce off that box in front, allows you to have a little one-way smoke in the very corner, and then you can explore a bit further once the coast is clear. But as you can see right now, Sixer watching this angle. Karis avoids utility coming in. Still has a slight angle. Doesn't want to fire the shot just yet. Doesn't want to give away the fact he might have the AWP. Trying to bait in his teammate, who's Golden.
And Golden's going to be flamey. Those are PK. Gets the shot on him, shuffling him out. There's Karis getting the shot back through, though. Watson's trying to rotate back in through the vents. He's only got the CZ. He's got to time this perfectly when he drops down and look at the positioning below him. He still manages to get the shot on Scream. And Happy says, wait a minute, I've got to change angle to compensate for that, but it's still down to a 2 versus 2. They've spotted up at least one more CT player coming in from B main, but he's got to re-smoke and hold off for his teammate to get a bomb plant, so all of his utility used to do so. And then pops a flash back the direction by which he wishes to approach. Happy, good shot on JZ Walkings. Could have easily caught out himself by getting aggressive onto Plesson and walking straight through where he was looking at B main, excuse me. He was looking at A main from there. We might have a suspicious case on our hands. Plesson's last alive. Smoke off to his left. So he can try and go one-on-one with Happy, but he wins that exchange instead. Envy find a third round. 2 in a row for them.
Yeah, good round from Happy. Well recovered. It's 2 in a row, you're right. And Happy just trying to buy as much time as he possibly could there once the bomb was planted. Just showing presence there towards Checkers, firing a shot, just trying to make the remaining CT panic. He's on 28 HP. Drops the smoke as soon as he hears the smoke drop. Doesn't allow him to put his weapon back out. Takes him down. This is the refrag coming in from Karis. Takes an RPK. It's almost enough there as it came down to a 2 versus 1 situation. But now we have to go for the full eco for Ballistix. Not a single dollar invested into this round. Default pistols across the board. No armor, no nades. And towards B, very simple round. They're tracking the money quite nicely. This is a very low risk play. You know, there's absolutely nothing after that previous force pipe. Golden will drop first, and I'm sure his teammates, although they are stacked in the B site, will follow shortly. They're falling back. That's clever.
Yeah, no need to go into the exchange, into the beehive.
The beehive.
That's the beehive?
Yeah. Dragon's Den.
What's the Dragon's Den?
It's the den for the dragons. You don't want to go in there, really.
Okay, fair enough.
Very dangerous.
Happy gets an ace, so eco ace at that, but add it to the list that we've had. What, today we've had 1, 2, XMS, I think there's a third one in there somewhere. Don't quote me on when. Did Tabson have one?
I think God B was very close. He got denied. That was that's the only one I can recall.
I seem to remember there being another one today.
Well, 4 AKs, 1 AWP once again for Sixer. It's an okay buy from Ballistix. It's far from ideal. 1 Famus, 4 and 4's no AWPs, of course, 1 diffuse kit. Only 1 smoke remaining at the 1 minute 40 mark. That's not great. And 1 incendiary as well. This is going to be a rough round for Ballistix. And having that huge lead as well, they were 7-1 up. This could actually fall apart. But Golden, he steps up once again. Seems to be finding that first frag consistently. This time towards B. Happy just walked through, I believe, to the B side. I'm going to try and find out where he went down. It's actually all the way towards Sunroom. That must have been a hell of a shot.
Outside of the squeaky door, though. That's where the approach is. XMS fights valiantly to hold off rotations and give them space on the A site. It's going to work out as well because Scream takes down JZ Walkings, and just like that, it's Karis and Golden, the last 2 alive, rotating over from B. Golden's going to go off towards CT. Karis work in toward A main where Scream catches him off. So now we're looking a little better, Envy.
Yeah.
Now we've got timings right. We've got smokes out in the right spots, flashes.
Forcing some rotations, stifling the money. It's
playing as a
good.
team almost.
Yeah, that was quite nice. Went towards B. They pulled players away from that A bomb site, found a couple of frags, some trades, albeit, but still it was enough. And then Scream goes into the bomb site, finds 2 headshots, and there it is. They pick up round number 5. So that's going to be another eco at this point for the CT side. They save an AK-47. Golden, he actually seems pretty decent opening up the round so far, especially towards that B side of the map. He took down Happy, and then had a secondary frag as the second player walked in as well. But like we said, not really enough to buy into this round. Some upgraded pistols here, perhaps Deagles 5.7s. There's a Deagle for Plesson, Karis on the 5.7. Still always a chance in these rounds. You have to go for more of a stack mentality and hope they just do a throw rush. Oh, this was I was going to say, how?
Yeah,
I was looking at it.
good.
I was like, how has he done it? It must have been a hell of a shot. I saw it all the way back at Sunroom. That's a boost you don't see too much these days, but an opportunity comes in with the CT to pick up the frag. I was wondering how they did that.
I like how XMS forgot the bomb. Yeah, it's a pretty good shot. Oh, did he? Sixer just tag him? That's not bad. Through the wall. Golden. Gets smoked inside of the B site. Karis is going to push up. Tries to snap himself around in a 180 fashion to get the shot into XMS, but can't manage it, so they do respond quick enough that he's not able to pick up a gun. Envy's trying to bring this to within a 1-point game. They've already improved significantly over what their last T-side possessed on this map. Happy's walked in. They have no idea. He's got the shot on a Plesson, but goes down to JZ Walkings. Gets traded out. Bomb's going to be planted at XMS safely in the corner, so it's not wide side for a main. RPK is in good position at mid to find Papin, and it's Golden that will be the last remaining 45 HP and 0 eyesight. You don't need your eyes.
No.
I am one with the Force. The Force is with me. I am one with the Force. The Force is with me. Rogue One. No.
Yeah, love
Have you not seen it?
I haven't seen the new one still.
Oh, okay. Well, there's like a blind guy that just like kicks everyone's ass.
Lovely.
Yeah.
And he's blind and he says that.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's actually like my favorite character in Star Wars history. Him and Boba Fett.
He's a good one.
Boba Fett's pretty legit.
No Chewbacca's?
Sorry, what noise does he make again?
I can't. I'm too stuffed up to do it right now. It wouldn't work. I need to have clear everything for that.
Clear everything.
Yeah.
No, Chewie's all right. Just that my mom sounds like it when she snores, so I've learned to not like Chewbacca anymore.
Fair enough.
Hope my mom's not watching. Throwing mom under the bus. Volume 1 with Sato Kissed.
Well, lots of damage inflicted here in number 14. Scream, 6 and XMS, catching the brunt of it there, but no death inflicted as of yet. Coming to the closing sector now of the first half. Ballistix with a 7-1 lead, and that's sort of slipped away now. They can actually end up losing the half here. Be very careful there. Our maximum loss bonus now. Money starting to stabilize. You see JZ Walkins has got the AWP out once again.
Good shot, RPK.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Yep, they're getting their accuracy. Lose out on Highway, unfortunately. And JK Walkings has stepped up tremendously inside of the site to knock down the AWP up close and the bomb. That leads us into a 2 versus 2. This shot, JK, or JW this time. Not that JW, but it still applies. He's going to go aggressive, can't hit. The up-close shot. Scream is very timid in this fight, and he's given too many chances to JZ Walkings because he's opened it up. It's all on the Happy. Bomb's still down on the site. 29 seconds he's got to work with. He gets ever closer, but walks into it, and it's now going to be an 8th round for Ballistix.
Yeah, just when it looked like it was going so well for EnVyUs there, the first 2 frags coming in. RPK striking first from the squeaky door. They've had a second frag on the bomb side as well, but the AWP, once again, they're not really using the smokes to the best of their capabilities, in my opinion. EnVyUs, that's been the poor showing on their cash game, especially towards the highway. It seems like there's no smoke deployed in that area ever, really. Like, the AWPers are just ravishing them from the A-bomb side. JZ Walker does a very good job here, and you're right, Scream probably should come out on top of that battle, considering when he's firing shots in that area. He's going to refrag him straight away. Don't allow him to reset his aim and take him down, but still. Round number 15 now. EnVyUs now trying to claw one back, get the 8-7. And they'll be in a much better place than they were this morning, but we'll see if that continues.
JZ. Going to remix the A site. Not my best work. Blinded up, they wrap around RPK with 2 on the entries. They've been much better on the entries. Have EnVyUs. Yeah. Look like 8-7 is going to be the scoreline at this halftime, which means if they brought things back and made it close on cash the first time against Ballistix with an 11-4 deficit, you'd think they're in a good place to try and wrap up the game this time, as Botson's going to watch back in and take down Sixer. Screen there to take out Golden, and watch for the push. He gets Botson. Snaps his aim fairly well over to RPK, but Scream's going to find the kill, as mentioned, and it's now 8-7, as we expected.
That's all we wanted to see. Just simple rounds, stick together as a group, go in and trade frags. You're much better on paper than this Ballistic team. That's why they're so passive. They don't want to take you on a duels. As soon as you slow things right down, and you're caught out 1 by 1, and you're caught in the crossfires, and you're getting caught by the nades as well, that's when you sort of fall apart. Let's just do our very simple execute. RPK run out the door, you kill everyone. Okay, easy, I've done it. Everyone's dead. Thank you. Let's win this game. Back to you.
Back to you in the studio.
But yeah, that's what I want to see from this team. You don't have to do anything too crazy. You don't even have to do fakes. Just do something very basic and just overwhelm them with the aim. That's all that really has to be done at this tournament for EnVyUs. But looking poor. They've made some key mistakes here. But here we go. 5 sets of armor for the CTs on the pistol. 2 pushing door. Not even walking it. Just rushing all the way around. And it's going to be a B-sided attack from Ballistix here. But they are being flanked very quickly indeed. It's up to 1 remaining CT player to defend. That's Happy. Can't really do much about this. He has to wait for the retakes. This is looking like a very good round for Ballistix. No kits, remember, so they have to operate quickly. Okay.
Quickly indeed. Golden gets RPK. XMS with 2. Watch Happy sneaking around behind. Sneaky, sneaky indeed. Sixer gets golden.
That's nice. That's all we wanted to see. Just two players rush Squeaky Door, 1A main. Happy just camping in towards the B site, getting the information, didn't overcommit. Smoke came down, waited for his teammates, hit all the headshots, flood the bomb site, and there it is. That's not bad at all. Bomb goes down, so Ballistix now presumably get AKs in the third. It's becoming a common trend that a lot of teams are forced by in the second round these days, but I don't think Ballistix will be messing around that nonsense just yet. It's in their best interest, I think, to get AKs in the third. They're not that sort of team. So fully kiddish round, maybe some PT50s, that'll be about it. Yep, so two of those. No nades, just one of those rounds they can trade out. And interesting enough, EnVyUs go for 5 UMPs when you know you're getting the AK to the third. Not a fan myself, but each to their own.
It's going to be a flash into him, man. I thought maybe they would elect to go. The nade does damage. So well thrown from Scream. Good arm on the lad. Happy's already behind as well with a reverse boost. They're going to actually pinch them in A main quite comfortably, although I say that. Look at Bata misses the shots. He's just giving himself up is all he's really served to do. And they'll go back to watch to make sure Happy doesn't drop down, but when they do, Scream's going to go in. Now they're truly stuck as Happy drops in. That's the kill, and round done.
Round done indeed.
Stop. Oh, I thought you were going to do it.
No, I don't do that anymore.
You don't say it at all anymore.
No.
No.
Duncan said it way too much on the desk and stuff like that. It's made it like really weird for all of us, so I just have to...
Did he? When?
He's just always saying it.
Not Pro League.
Like, he's just a classic British person that says that all the time, so we just had to stop.
Dunn and Dust Murray.
Murray. Well, here comes the force buy in the third. It's going to be AKs and armor. Smokes, flashbangs, like we said. I found it a weird buy from EnVyUs to go for the 5 UMPs. Scream gets the M4 out. They did drop a couple of players in the previous one, but 6 up, going aggressive. Should be golden finding 2 frags here. Apparently not. RPK gets a second. He still wants more. I found that a strange decision. Happy. Perfect flank from him. Does good damage. Can't find the flank. Fully commits and takes a lot of damage in return, but he should be back safely. Just about player defense, though, and somehow got away with that as well.
Ooh.
Didn't get the frag, but at least got information as to where the final 2 players are. Takes Blessing down to 21 HP.
Very passive hold from Scream. Just wants to get them when they cross. Botson's tried to play a tight angle, jumping up from the mini pit.
Scream doesn't look himself today, I have to say.
He's not looking confident, is he, on the peaks?
That's a kill he would take all day long, and then misses that shot. Like, that was the difficult one, to be fair, but still, we do have a chance of a baton. That Molotov makes things very difficult. Oh, yeah. You hate to see it.
Yeah. You just died. CS Goad.
You hate to see that.
CS Goad.
He wouldn't have won regardless, but still, like, he might have had a sliver of a chance dancing and weaving around the smoke, who knows. But EnVyUs now winning a big round there. The bomb goes down for Ballistix, so still a chance to buy. They really wanted to probably get a couple of AKs. Tech 9s, I don't think it's worth it right now. You know the money's pretty established on the CT side. They've won 3 in a row. And so, yeah, some Tech 9s here. Armor, partial buy, that'd be a maximum loss. But it's not next round with the one after. Still with decent money next round regardless with the put down $100 on top of their 2K. You get a couple of smokes here, flashbangs. You normally want to go towards the A side of the map with this sort of buy. Drop a smoke on highway, onto a squad, flash over. Objective, get that bloody bomb down.
Flash in through the smoke, but no one's going to push. Plushin's just going to be sure of it by getting at the bomb. Aims his crosshair on the wide side for a reason, but putting himself in that position, all right, that actually doesn't do that much damage. It must have landed just below the pallet or whatever cart by which he stood upon. It's Happy that does get kills on the way through, though. Shuts them down from the T side, or rather CT side. It's Karis that's the last one to go down before JC Walkings will be met by a pistol.
Be careful.
From Happy. He thought of you, Henry. He was careful.
Yeah, I was going to say Happy. If he gives that kill away, the bomb might be going down. They could be in some trouble there. But 4 kills for Happy. Rough tournament for him so far. He is currently top fragging, so well turned around. It's going to be 4-0 here. Another buy available, though, for the terrorist side. 11-8 is your total score. Here's Happy. Quite simple frags, nothing to write home about, but still got the job done. That'll be David Walkins on toward the AWP once again. No head armor, though. That's a problem against the M4s. Bit of damage at the 6er. I'm not sure what that was from. It looks like it was with a wallbang, maybe. And pushing A storage once again. This is aggressive, but XMS take it down.
He's able to win that. Happy's got to get out of this position. They've already sprayed top corner. They slowly but surely, they got to figure out he's on the low box. He's evaded them from that position, but still manages to go down somehow without getting a single kill. So they're 2 men out of the situation. Look at the HP. 1 and 10 is how close they were to actually winning those exchanges.
Yeah. Nice idea. Didn't quite stick the landing. Still a bit of chance that this round, though, considering the damage they have done. Batten and Golden. And the players feeling the brunt of it. It's going to be reaction time for the CTs. RPK goes back towards B. All 5 players from the turret side of there. Scream's flanking from A as well. So it's up to RPK. Been great recently. Can he step up to the plate now?
Try as he might. He won't go, yeah, exactly. Won't get much and go down. So even with that HP low, as it were, they managed to get the site. Scream, 1 versus 4. You said he's not himself as of late.
No, just doesn't seem that confident. That's so weird. In this sort of tournament, against this team, you'd think he'd be dropping 30 bombs, right?
Yep.
He seems a bit, I don't know, just kind of trying to keep his head above water desperately. Just getting 1 frag per round. Nothing too flashy.
Is he a swimmer? Do you think he's a swimmer?
Don't know.
Just a question. Scream still sticking around to see if he can knock some guns down with the bomb. He should be able to get at least 1. Manages to do so. Grabs the AWP. Even better. And he'll get away with it. So they'll carry that over at the very least on the EnVyUs side. Ballistix gets 9. That's only 2 rounds for them, to be fair. Actually, excuse me. That's the first round on the T side.
It is.
Yeah, it was 8-7 for them, so...
And with the reinvestment and some damage that Scream caused there, this could still be a bit problematic for Ballistix. Still have a full buy for EnVyUs available. After Scream saves the AWP, here's a tactical timeout for Happy. So just working out what the plan is, a chance for him to work out what money they've got, how important it is to win this round, etc. We'll see whether he can work anything out here. So I'm having a look at the buy now. Scream still has the ult, hasn't thrown that over. As you can see, tactical pause. If you're not aware, maybe you're a new viewer, you get 4 of those per map. You can use them any time you like, so you can use all 4 in the second half if you wanted to. We've had one.
You can't stack them, so you can't
use them back to back.
So they're 30 seconds each. You can't use 2 to create a minute-long timeout. You only get 30 seconds, and then you have to wait till the next round.
Yeah, we've had some crazy games. I remember when I first came in. And I think
we were so confused.
We had all 8, I think, in 1.5. And it was like, what is going on here? This is
so slow.
Yeah.
What event was that? Would have been an ESL event. They were the first ones to implement it. Would have been Pro League Finals in the last season? Brazil? I think it was Brazil.
Yes, it was Brazil, I remember.
Yeah.
We were like, this can't be right.
Yeah, we thought it was 2 per half at the time. We were misled. Shout out to Misled, the caster.
Yeah, why not?
Why not? Word association, I like it. Golden. He's going to look for a golden opportunity to walk into the A site. Molotov behind the forklift. Waits long enough to confirm that there is no one in behind it. Having that confirmation, he'll now prod the inside of the site as they walk out. But first, they have to confront Sixer on the AWP, who's going to sit and watch the left side. Bottom is in that position. He has a relaxed, focused look to his face, doesn't he, Sixer?
He does.
He doesn't have that deathly stare of determination which most players possess. I think he reads well that the smoke was going to come out in front of him, so he's trying to relocate as quick as possible. Double smoke down. 1 quad. 1 toward highway, and Scream doesn't really care about smoke. He sprays through it. He gets Golden down. Continue to work by him, but gets the bomb. Of all the people he could kill, the perfect choice as they go toward quad. He sprays down both of them. I don't think he knew both were there, but the second bullet, the stray of all, takes JZ Walking's head off.
Yeah, and that's a harsh reset. I think this might be a pause moment for Ballistix. Yeah, Scream, like, not really going for the tap so much anymore, getting his M4A4 shots out. Good positioning and managing to get 3 kills there. Wasn't the cleanest of rounds from Ballistix, I have to say. Lots of gaps in the kind of funnel play, but still. EnVyUs now looking in a much better position. You can see that massive gap in the smoke. It wasn't thrown quite deep enough. That's actually really shallow. That's a really basic smoke as well. Like, even when I play, I can throw that one pretty efficiently. That's not great. But there it is. It's going to be EnVyUs now in a very, very prosperous position going forward. We can see the money for JZ Walkins, $1,400. 3K on Karis, 3K on Batten. I think they have to take an EK and allow EnVyUs to go to 13-9. So just Deagles, PTV. I don't think they can justify even a partial buy here. Allow EnVyUs to get in touching distance first map. This is Ballistix pick, and I do think going to Inferno, that'll be a walk in the park for EnVyUs. That's a map we know they are very comfortable on. Like, I like watching them on that map. They're actually pretty cool.
And smoke goes out inside of mid. Happy's going to sit with the AWP behind the white box.
Hello.
Guard the smoke. What are you helloing about?
RPK with the touchdown.
Not bad. Happy's got Golden as well. Boston just tries to fall back inside of aiming, use the gap in the smoke. Plus in through the open door to a boosted position, takes Scream down. That's pretty cool. With the Deagle. I think it was through the very top of the door, so he would have just seen him when he ran across or jumped for the information. Happy missing his shots when they cross over. Sixer hits his. And then Happy goes down. So again on the op on Cash, not finding any kills as the bomb's planted. Deagles still with it all to play for. JZ Walking's making his way onto the forklift as well. Gonna go beyond that, try and climb up on the catwalk, but XMS and Sixer will close it out quite convincingly. We go 13-9.
We do. That was an eco from Ballistix again. The bomb down there and 2 kills. Pretty much as bad as he's going to get. Screen compliments Pleasant on the nice shot, as you pointed out. Now, chips are down for Ballistix. What's the play? I don't think JZ Walkins can buy the AWP. It's going to be 5 AKs for sure. As we get into it, double up set up once again. Like you said, Happy didn't look great this morning with the AWP. He was missing a few key shots in some of the biggest rounds of the match. Seems to be much better at this particular map, though. 21 kills for him, 14 deaths on the other side of the scoreboard. Golden leads a charge. So does JZ Walkins as well, equals his total, 15 kills apiece on that side. Round number 23. This looks like a set piece off the bat map. I don't mind these on Cash. When all else fails, the defaults aren't working out for you. Get those smokes in. No fakes required. They are going to be maybe splitting it from highway as well. They lined up some smokes here. Bomb not fully committing, but Sixer, he's in the squeaky door position. If he gets 1 kill, that pretty much thwarts any sort of idea they had of tactical execution, and this could be a bit of a nightmare. But oh, I thought it was guaranteed frag, surely. God. Yeah, he's dead.
Flash out, Sixer. He's desperate, isn't he? I like it. Valiant. Jumping, refusing to die. But in the end, Henry should have refused to live. And given himself up as RPK will get Karis. Flash goes in toward the garage, and he's not deterred. He'll continue to push forward as Plussum will clear. Forklift at the right time. Scream's just gotten there, but there's a smoke down. He's just to jump across it. Watch the player getting above him. It's Golden, and he landed on the railing before the aim was set. So Scream could not get a shot in time. RPK on the flank. Now, flashes go both directions. I think he comes out worse off as he's fully blinded up. Golden, meanwhile, inside of the site. He's just going to play an angle that he walks in. It has to be directly below. They should go to Ballistix and make it their 10th round. So only 2 now on the T side for them.
Yeah, closing the gap, and still plenty of money here for the CT. Let's say that with bated breath. Happy could use this AWP. If he saves that, they're absolutely fine. If he doesn't, not so much. Looks like he's quite comfortable right now. They'll be exiting through A main. So he's fine in that respect, but another good round there from Ballistix. Shutting down any sort of aggression with the CTs. It was 6 that they got caught off in the squeaky door position. If he hits that shot, he pretty much win the round, but he gets caught by the flashbang, has a fallout, pulls up the 50-50, gives away his position, tucks himself in the corner like he said, and tried to stay alive as long as possible, but it was all for naught. Double digits now for Ballistix. This is their map pick. They ran away with this one earlier today. This is a rematch.
Yeah, I mean, literally ran away with it on the opening half when they were on CT. They were 11-4. I think it ended 16-11. Okay, I was going to say 8, but yeah, they did get to double digits. That's right. So both teams struggled on their T side, which is showing again here for Ballistix, to be fair. This time, Envy's done enough to look the better of the 2 teams, whereas last time they didn't really give themselves a fighting chance. So Envy with 3 to go to take map 1. Like you say, we go to Inferno next. Ooh, Happy. So close, yet so far. Close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, and that's an op.
Is that a game?
No, it's just a saying. I mean, think about it. Close only count horseshoes, you can still count the closest one. And a hand grenade, yeah, close enough, that does.
Fair.
Blow the guy up.
Yeah.
And Jaywalkings hits Happy, though, however. So 4-4 Golden, 64 HP, but Let's survive for now in the 8K, and he'll walk back off the main garage as well. Looks like slowly head over toward the B site instead. They haven't cleared the vents out with a Molotov from middle. So RPK's primed and ready to drop down, and especially if Golden's going to stick out inside of middle and make a lot of noise, this much noise, RPK should just spray him when he walks in. Golden's going to hold the angle instead. Now the Molotov comes out, but it's deep, and RPK fights in. He can't even get his gun back in his hands, and although the Molotov's there to hold RPK out, they've got to be quick on B as a result of it if they want to try and bypass him, because eventually he's going to swing in behind them. Good shot, JZ Walkings. So Plesson can't do anything to the fact that RPK got around him, and now it's 14 with 2 to go for EnVyUs.
Oh, one of those difficult moments in the game right now. It's going to be 14-10. A full reset, a harsh reset of that as well. That 3K per player looks like they've already made the decision. They're going to allow EnVyUs now to get to map points after dropping cash to Ballistix earlier. EnVyUs looked like a revitalized team, especially on their T side. They're actually being a lot more assertive. Much more simpler approach. A couple of smokes, flashbangs in, send RPK out, and he'll find the kills. He's currently on 21 frags, happy 22. It seems like the whole team's chiming in, not missing a key player right now. XMS has been a god for the last few maps, and he's at the bottom of the scoreboard right now. So it shows that everyone's kind of stepped their game up. Boost towards mid, that's happy. It looks like a Russian B. XMS finds all the kills with okay, it's mainly RPK.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Mainly
RPK
him.
got it all. Yeah. XMS got one, Henry, but yeah,
Yeah.
all of them.
All
All
of
of the
them.
one.
In spirit, he did. He was helping out. He was taking all the attention away. Alley-oop, I guess we'll call it.
Yeah. Yeah, would that be like Rodman to Jordan?
Yeah.
Pippen to Jordan? What's a good alley-oop combo, Duncan? Let us know after the game.
Trivet.
Yep, that's a good one. Definitely slamming him home. The wingman, we call that one.
Yeah.
Molotov deep in the garage with a smoke in front of it. I'm not sure that it actually lit itself ablaze or if it was immediately extinguished. A Sixer, AWP. Look at this, shotgun op.
This is brave.
He's taking it from Kenny S's
How's he
book.
want that?
Sixer, oh my goodness, he's got all 3.
That's
That's why you channel your inner Kenny. By the way, he's not using Kenny's AWP that he was given. Maybe that's why he did it.
yeah, maybe.
Next level, as Karis gets RPK down. It's still looking good to be wrapped up right now from Envy on 15 rounds.
Yeah.
Into the site, XMS, good positioning. Karis has actually gotten by him, but I think XMS has an idea. Certainly will now. Ooh,
Oh, XMS.
that's a misplay. Sixer going down in the vents. He goes down in the sights. Bomb, not with the confidence yet to cross, but can easily do so. Should be planted. Throw it over. No smoke left. Ooh. Ooh, that was a fun little roller coaster. Get the willies in the tummy. Do that in VR. Let's get some VR. That has to be a kill from Happy as Karis oversteps the mark. Trying to get information early. When the bomb goes down, it's JZ Walkings. I like his full name, so I'll use it. That's going to try and get aggressive and do the same. Spots one out toward Tree. What a shot on Happy. Turns it around, but Scream's got it instead. We're done. We're done on Cash. And Envy, they've had a more successful affair on the rematch between the two of them.
Yeah, not their best work, but certainly a lot better than this morning. It seems like they've kind of calmed themselves down, worked out what's going wrong here, realized that they're the better team. They don't have to do anything too complicated here. When I say better team, better players generally, right? So,
Well, should do, yeah.
yeah, so you just calm things down, T-side approach, stick as a 5-man unit, do the very basic strategies, allow players like RPK and Scream to actually come to life, give them some position, 2 smokes down towards quad, highway, flash in, Molotov, and you could see RPK running out of squeaky door, finding 3 kills consistently there. And it was much better showing from them. They won the pistol in the second half, got that 4-0 start, and every round Ballistix won. They were getting reset from them. They didn't allow them to find any momentum whatsoever. So much better stuff overall from EnVyUs. And we go on to Inferno next match, which I was saying, if they do win cash somehow, which I wasn't that kind of hopeful for, they do it, I'm pretty confident this is the 2-0 now.
Well, last week I mentioned a mug with a bell on it, which was very cool. This one's Batman.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is there a man that says
Are you
bat?
disappointed that I didn't have anything to contribute? This is why you're here. I don't have to do the color commentary anymore.
That's just a bat. It's not a man.
It's clearly Batman.
I'm going to throw it over to Paul.
They're going to say that it's Batman.
Yeah, back cup or something, I don't know. Terrible puns. Do better, game 2. We will, of course, return back to our commentary team of Henry G and Sadakist for game number 2. It seems like Happy was right. Slow starters, mid-burners, good ending. So far, so good for Envy. They are 1-0 up in this final game. Let's get our thoughts from Harry and Duncan back at the desk. Duncan, we'll start with you. Better. It's getting better, isn't it? Slowly but surely. I mean, still messy, still a little bit inconsistent and uncoordinated at times, but it does seem to be slowly getting better through the day.
Well, especially because the first part of the first half was kind of deja vu again. You know, the pistol round went to the guys from Ballistix. They got rolling on CT. It was initially the same story again. Yep. They were trusted in the CT side. But, you know, sometimes it can be tricky to catch the French accent. Obviously, Happy was trying to talk about getting control of the forking mid. You know, it can go both ways, that mid part. And so what they did is they got some smokes down, and then, you notice, it's not that they just took mid control and actually went down like old VP style, but by putting in some smoke smokes, in some flashes, then they could get onto the A site, and then that really turned it around, and they were able to get a bunch of rounds on the board, and then obviously they didn't have a scenario where Happy was like, whatever, 8 kills or something in that first game. So generally, yeah, the players from EnVyUs have woken up now. This is also one of the reasons why if you're a Ballistix type team, you got to take your chances to win over these top teams when they're there. You can't then hope that you're going to get a second chance because you sit around long enough, yeah, RPK, Screen, they're going to wake up, you know, they're just going to have 5 bad games in a row.
Yeah, no, you would hope not with the class and the caliber they've got in the team. At the 6-0, finally, Happy decides, you know what, we should take a timeout. Another change. Like, wow, we've actually got a timeout.
Oh, you can do that. Yeah. No, that's obviously the thing is, I mean, admittedly, since he's got a fairly new team still, you know, they're not a super tactical team. Yeah, he probably doesn't have any in-depth tactical change to make. But sometimes you've got to figure some things out. Hey, you know, we're playing into what they were doing before. Remember the passive style? We talked about this. If we play them again on the map, we have to change this. Sometimes just keeping people back on the task, you know, resetting the opponent, you know, so the opponent has to think a little bit. These are all veteran moves, you know. That's one of the reasons why, in theory, the veteran team should be the ones taking those timeouts, I think.
And Harry, there are several rounds here when we're seeing them in the highlights where Ballistix were good, but it seemed like only one man was good in each round. Jesse Walkins with 3, and then, you know, one of the other team players will step up. It seemed to be going that quite sort of backwards and forwards type of style between the two teams. Yeah,
and ultimately, I think when we saw that kind of backward and forward style come out, as you said, it meant that one thing that was certainly kept low, which I think was something that was missing from perhaps previous games, was the economy when you look over at Ballistix, right? Usually we saw them build that up and then they just kind of ran away with it. And they kind of took the first 6 and were looking great. And I was worried the same thing was going to happen again. As you said, you know, deja vu. And then suddenly, you know, it all changes. And I'm not going to lie. I fell asleep for about 3-4 minutes to sort out a migraine I had. I wake up and suddenly, you know, there's this comeback going on from Envy. And I'm sitting there thinking, I thought this was going to be
a dream?
Yeah, I was thinking it's just going to be, and I felt more like a nightmare at this point when I woke up because I was worried we were going to be here all evening. But yeah, no, I mean, I was happy to see them coming back. I thought they were doing phenomenally well. And then the fact that they were actually able to turn it just completely around, I mean, it was looking, a 6-0 lead is fairly monumental, right? Especially on a map that we saw actually made it through the veto process earlier on today, and the Envy looked relatively happy with that. But yeah, I mean, this time it was Ballistix map pick. I think they did great to end up closing this one out. And moving into Inferno, I think that's where things are going to be getting interesting, right? Because now I honestly think Envy could perhaps just close this out 2-0. And I think if we go to Cobble, that's where problems are going to start to arise. Right. But that's the only way I really see problems arising from this.
Okay, we're going to talk about Inferno in just a moment. But let's wrap things up on our first game in this lower bracket final with the MVP of the game. Show you the stats and reveal who it was. It was only man, of course. RPK going absolutely crazy at times during that match. 25 for 15 and a 5.49 impact rating. 6 trades, 6 opening kills, and 3 retakes as well. Any arguments from you, Duncan?
No, I mean, obviously other people had some flashy kills, you know, but the thing about RPK and what makes him, in a team like this, especially integral, is he's a rock, you know. He's a stable player. And actually, that's the thing. His game isn't very sexy, you know. It is just getting the simple kills. It's getting them in the same positions again, so it adds a bit of consistency to the team, whereas you have players like Scream, Happy, Exima, they're going to kind of do their own thing and be very autonomous. So to have the guy who's kind of steering the ship at all times, it's always good to have that anchor, I think.
Okay, before we get into our next game, why don't we hear from one of the members of Ballistix, formerly, of course, Fnatic Academy. Before they headed into the minor, they had some high expectations, so let's hear from Golden.
My name is Michael Salim.